So in the center, we have the Queen of Discs reversed. So this is somebody, Earth energy. So Earth energy is Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And, they're trying to advance themselves in any way and means possible. They want to stay comfortable. They want to stay in their situation. And if that means, bulldozing you, then they're going to bulldoze you. And I get the sense that this is not you whatsoever, that this could be, I'm getting a sense it has some kind of romantic connection. It spawns from, I think it comes from, a love situation. But let's pull a clarifier and see. The 9 of Cups reversed. So cups are emotion, and to have a cup come up again, this is unfulfillment. You're not feeling complete. You're not feeling like this is the end all be all, or somebody is taking it away from you, that you were so close to being there, and then somebody just swipes it from you. Having the Queen of Cups and then 9 of Cups right after we just had the Sneaky Pete card. Absolutely. Like you had thought of them to be like this loving, kind person that really knew how to nurture in a kind of earthly way of like making sure your house was beautiful, making sure you felt good, the finest of foods, the finest of things. And then it kind of like all disappeared in a way. And the reason why I feel like it is linked to love is we have all these cards in the reverse. So we have the Awakening in reverse. So having the Awakening in reverse is like, not getting what you want, not getting your just desserts, not getting to those spots that you thought you were going to be at by now. And then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay. And then the 2 of Cups reverse. So it's interesting, like the Awakening, in kind of a relationship arena, it's like you had thought that, even I'm thinking like in a way that physically you had opened up to this person, that you had opened up, that you had felt connected to them in in your body, your mind, your spirit, but there was like the spirit and the sexual connection to them that just went really, really deep. And so you thought, wow, this could be it. This could be the person with the Ace of Cups. Like, I could see a future with them. And it didn't pan out that way. It just didn't pan out. It didn't connect. You didn't have that connection like you had thought. It was a manipulation. It wasn't a truth. And it's interesting because Cancer kind of had a similar feel, Leo, to this of of manipulation. So I'm wondering if you guys aren't somehow connected in this. And also that we have, a lot of cups here, and that's water signs. So that's, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And Awakening is ruled by Pluto, who is with Scorpio, is ruled by Scorpio, who is water. And so there's like this, a lot of water emotional energy coming up towards this relationship, but it's not a relationship that you should move forward in. We get the 2 of Cups here. This is not, this is not a union that is needed to continue. This is here to teach you a lesson. And this lesson with the Awakening, and aka Judgment, is that you needed to delve deep. You needed to be ripped open in a way so that you could heal some really deep wounds. All right, Leo. So that's like that. It feels really tough, but it's so needed. And the reason why I go is because I know this journey, and it's just the tears. The tears are coming now. I kind of spoke of this as in, if you already had a partner. Now, if you don't have a partner, I feel like somebody from the past is going to come in and it's going to remind you of all the things that were good about them and all the things that were not. And you're going to be very confused, and you're going to think, maybe I should go back to this person. But you know what? No, you don't need a clarifier for this. But no, you shouldn't. This is meant to come back and show you how far you've come, and that you no longer need this type of energy. Because I have a feeling like this is like unrequited love feeling. If you're not with somebody, it's like they come back in, and you've been wanting them to come back in. You've been wanting to start something new with them. You've been dreaming of this in your head, of them showing up, saying, I love you, I've missed you, and reuniting. But then as soon as you see them and you feel them in your energy, in your life force, in your space, you realize that you don't need that, and it's actually clouding who you truly are, and that you have to let go. Okay. So in career, we have the 10 of Swords, the Moon, and then the Ace of Discs. And the 10 of Swords is in reverse, and the Ace of Discs is in reverse. So Leo, you gotta let something go here too. It's just like you gotta start new. You're like chopping things out. So the 10 of Swords in reverse is saying that it's the end of the cycle and you're not admitting it. It's the end of a job and you're not admitting it. You're not letting it go. You're holding on with dear life because you like the stability, because you like the pay, and you're afraid that you're not going to have enough money, and that it emotionally fulfills you in a way. I get the feeling like you like the title, like if you're a manager or whatever, or if they have to call you, I don't know, if you boss or whatever, but you like that. You like being in that energy of like somebody. You feel like somebody in it. And so that's another reason why you're not letting it go. But it's really you aren't who you need to be. It's like the Spirit keeps saying, you're nobody if you don't love yourself. You're no one. If you don't love what you do, if you're not in your own light, then you're nobody. So even if this like kind of, makes you feel superior, it's a false sense because it's not doing anything for you. In fact, it's delaying things that want to come in. Ace of Discs in reverse. Like there's some things out there that could make you a lot of money, and you're not doing them because you're holding on to this, to this dead horse. It's time to let it go, and it will be an emotional break. It'll be really hard to let it go because you've probably invested a lot of yourself into this job, and so you kind of tie yourself into like who you are is your job, but it's not. You are so much more than just your work. Your soul needs to go on a different path. It needs to heal, and it needs to do some healing. That's what Spirit was saying. So I feel like some of you guys are on the path of becoming healers, and you're just delaying it. You're delaying this path of healing. Yeah. Okay. So then we have finances, and we have the Star reversed, and 6 of Swords, and 8 of Discs reversed. Okay, so this is very much tied into your career. So having the Star reversed is like, it's still a very lucky card, but it could be so much more if you allowed it to be. It's like it's asking, the Star saying, hey, have some faith, move on to a better space. It's time to move on to a better space. And you know it, Leo. You know what you're supposed to be doing. Because this venture that you're headed on, like you're prepared for, it's like you don't get in a boat and just sail nowhere. It's like you know where you want to go, and it's the card is jumping at you like, oh. And if you as soon as you go on that journey, the Star is going to help you. The Star is going to push you to where you want to go. And the 8 of Discs is saying, and you need to keep learning. You need to keep asking questions, working on your craft. It's not perfect. It still needs a lot of work, but but don't give up either, because it's hard work, but you just need to do more of it. You need to put more hours into it to make something happen. So I feel like you leaving this job here is because you know that there is another venture that you need to do and that you feel really drawn to, but you're still learning and you're still honing your craft. Keep doing that. That will make you money in the future. Don't give up on it. Don't give up. All right, so then we have, in health, we have the Three of Swords, the Six of Discs, and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Almost like this. Okay, so the Three of Swords usually is about betrayal. It's about a third party coming in and kind of shifting the energy, usually not in your favor. Now, so in health, I feel like here we are. It's affecting your health, this romantic endeavor that is not taking off, where it's, somebody's coming in from the past, and you could actually, somebody could be coming in from the past when you're with somebody. And so this is causing stress and anxiety in your life. And so you're not capable of being at 100% because of this anxiety. We have the Six of Discs in reverse. So this is also saying that you're just unable to really communicate to others how you feel, what you need, what you're doing. It's just really hard for you to talk about yourself, even though you're the one who knows yourself the best. You can't, the words just can't come out correctly. And then once again, it's leading to the stress, and people are asking you, like, what's wrong? Can I help you? Can I make you dinner? Can I do that? And you're like, I don't know. I can't think. I can't talk right now. And so that's kind of your response because you're feeling really overwhelmed. The Queen of Swords in reverse, it's a hard energy. It's very cold. It's very cutthroat. It's do or die kind of energy. And I am curious, like, why it's showing up in your health. Because this is definitely somebody. But who is it? It's an air sign or has air qualities, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. When I say that, Aquarius, it keeps popping up. Aquarius is the energy. Okay, so then we have the Four of Discs. So the Queen of Swords, why she is here, she's going to tell you like it is. She or he is going to say, hey, the situation up here in relationship is no good for you. You need to stop and check yourself and get out of it. And don't even think about going back to that person or continuing on the relationship. And while you're at it, stop crying, quit that job, let's get going. It's not worthwhile. Like, I feel like the Queen of Swords, in a way, is a therapist of some sort or a close friend, but somebody who you can only hang out with for very short amounts of times because they're just a little too intense, a little too much, and they say things that often are true but are hard to hear. And it's often, and this is like also your friend who's like, after they give you this wise, hard, awful information that you just need to hear, they go, hey, can you give me $20? So it's kind of like, it's this energy of you just unconditional caring for them is the only way to actually, carry on this relationship. Otherwise, you guys would still not be friends. But they're going to kind of point some things out to you that need to be pointed out. Okay. So let's call on Mother Moon and see what added guidance we have for my Leos. Leos, calling on the Mother Moon, the Mother Wisdom deck. Okay. So it's Pearl, authenticity. Be your authentic self. And isn't that what all this is about, really? is about staying in your heart, staying in your heart space, staying clear about who you are, because all of this can be alleviated much quicker, much easier if you just keep yourself grounded. And instead of going into other people's fogs, other people's energy, and letting that dictate which direction you go, standing strong within yourself and letting your heart guide you, letting your spirit guide you, let your mind guide you. So let's pull from the book, the Mother Wisdom Deck book, and just read a little bit about Pearl. Here it is. Authenticity. Pearl, illuminated from within, bestows an iridescent beauty on the beholder. Her glow captures the luminous energy of the moon. Her underwater origins tap the raw power of the sea. I just want to show you the card as I'm saying this. No wonder Pearl appears around the world in fairy tales and myths, attended by royalty and guarded by dragons. Drawing this card means it's your turn to embark on a heroine's journey in search of the fabled pearl beyond price. You will encounter adventure and misfortune on this path of inner realization, but if you remember your true mission, you and yours will enjoy immeasurable wealth. Be rich in the knowledge that your authentic self is the beloved pearl. Gosh, that's gorgeous, Leo.